Childish Gambino song. I actually thought it was good.
It was.
I knew every word too. Oh man. Stop! Hold it closer to the... So, the first tea we talked about in episode 1.
What if a girl would accept my heart in the world? Never have one stable, pray for the best, but I'm expecting the worst. I know you hear this, girl, the song's not about you. You're narcissistic, that's a trait I know well about you. Yeah, I know your type, I know quite a bit about you. Coming late at night without a man to be polite or say goodnight to.
Should we tag him?
It's
good.
I know.
I'm lost and stuck without a map and got the wrong direction. People dying overseas, who cares about who's up in your section? Help me stand for peace and turn our life different directions.
It's like making me slightly emotional.
I know, I don't like it.
Me either.
He made this song when he was...
He had talent. He has talent.
Lately I've been feeling a certain way. Peace signs in every picture that I take. I represent world peace.
I like it.
Smoking weed until the feeling goes away. Spreading love until I'm in and
I feel like this would blow up a lot now.
It would.
Like, you know,
So
like,
we should
randomly use
post-
this on a TikTok or something?
We should post this and tag him in it. I don't mind. Yeah. Anyways.
These mics are gonna be the shit.
The shit.
The shit.
And then you gotta put the back in. You know what though? That reminds me of a friend I no longer talk to. Well, like I'll like text her and she's like ghosted me at this point, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why. I do know she no longer works at the place we worked at together.
Oh,
I'm
really?
pretty sure, yeah.
What? That's new.
I don't know why or whatever. I don't know. Obviously, I had nothing to do with that because I don't work there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she just like stopped talking to me randomly, especially after my birthday got a little awkward.
Yeah. Well, that was her doing.
Oh, yeah, that was. I like put out this big gesture of, hey, come
And mingle.
out here 2 hours away. Like, come stay overnight at this hotel we're all staying at. Literally, her room was across the hallway from my room. Coincidentally.
Stop.
Yeah.
And she.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so it was really weird. Like my birthday party, her and that whole group, like I invited her friends so that she was comfortable.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to make her feel comfortable and also like start to mingle with like my friends because
Yeah.
I really thought she was going to be like a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But she fucking had me fooled. She had
Some of
me
us-
so fooled.
Mm.
Like I made sure like I
Bitches
got
be
her to
doing that.
Vegas at that job.
Yeah.
Like I made
that's
like
crazy.
I made that happen for her,
Mhm.
and then like was on the verge of getting her promotion, and then she started being weird with me, and so yeah, whatever.
Do you think her girlfriend told her something, like a different
Oh, you mean how
version of the story?
Well, there was no story.
But did she ever know? You
that
didn't tell her.
No, because I didn't think anything of it.
Do you think she said something
Potentially,
and turned it around, like
potentially? I don't
towards
know.
you?
It's possible, but like
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good off that.
Yeah.
So basically, like her girlfriend thought that I don't know if she thought I was interested in her or if she just thought, I don't know, she's delusional. If she thought that. First of all, I'm engaged to a man. Thank you very much. Not that
She
there's-
obviously wasn't getting enough of it at home, and
Oh,
she
neither of
started
them were.
getting it
Neither of them
from
were.
you.
I know all the details.
And oh,
Yeah, I know all the details.
oh my goodness.
So basically, okay, I'm working with these two girls, right? They're dating, but I don't know they're dating yet. So
How weird. By
yeah,
the way.
but I
Oh, because
had,
they kept it secret.
they kept it a secret, but
Yeah.
I had suspected.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to have fun. Like these girls are Filipinos. I get along with them. Like I think
They were
they're
both Filipino?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think they're amazing people. Like very, very genuine, amazing people. I still think they're great people.
Yeah.
And I still think they deserve the best. But, you know, in the very, very beginning, I would like talk to both of them on the phone, right? I was one of them. Well, I was both of their superiors. And so we would talk all the time, right? They were never getting disciplined. It was always fun. It was always, you know, a good time. And then I came there one time to work. Like I would go out to the Bay Area 4 days a week and stay overnight in a hotel. And I knew no one out there.
What a fucking life.
I
man.
hated it.
I mean, but some part of you had
Once
to
you-
love that.
I loved the
man,
part that I was making
There's
friendships.
like a little bit of like Emily in Paris vibes.
Oh yeah. I loved it when I started becoming friends with them because I finally had people out there.
Yeah, you weren't alone.
Yeah. And so basically we became great friends, her and I, the main one. And eventually, I had known they were hanging out, right? In my head, was like, maybe they're together. There's A and there's L. A was the one I was getting really close with. So A had been like, hey, Elle and I like want to hang out. Like, what's good, right? And I was like, oh, let's hang out. Like, you know, obviously I don't have anything to do, right? So they were like, oh, we have a surprise for you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting kidnapped.
How like, what did you think that the surprise was going to be? When they said, we have a surprise for you.
I thought they were just taking me to a food place that
Did
I
you
liked.
know that they were roommates at this
No, let
time?
me tell you. Let me get to it.
Okay.
They know I love Taco Bell.
No quiero Taco Bell.
So they took me to the Taco Bell in Pacifica because it's on the beach
Oh,
and
the
it's the
best
cantina. So you can
frickin-
drink and it's so
It's
cool.
my like happy place.
And it was nighttime and I had never been there before.
That's crazy.
They come and pick me up at my hotel and whisk me off away to this place.
Grand adventure.
I had no idea where we were going. First stop we make is at that famous gas station out there that sells the cups
pre-made
with all
drinks with the
the mini
candies,
alcohol bottles
It's like
and
the
the
buzz
candy.
ball and then the alcohol and then the cup with the candy and
I
ice.
can't remember which one I got, but it was really good. It was like the guava nectar and like that kind of stuff.
And she is a lightweight. She is a lightweight.
I'm on Zepbound.
No, before you were on Zepbound, you were a light.
No way. We used to drink we used to drink we used to drink AMFs and you would drink
Shit.
like 6 of them
That
and
was my
I would
limit.
drink like 3 of them.
That was my limit. If I was drinking
But
6,
3 AMFs is
That was
not
it's a lot of
a
alcohol.
lightweight. Okay?
Yeah, but we were also drinking a lot.
Am I a
different back then.
lightweight now? Yes.
Yes. Am I a lightweight now?
Also,
Kind
yes. We get to Pacifica. We eat. I still don't know they're dating yet. Okay.
Which is crazy.
So A is outside. Elle and I are inside. Elle gets like a little flirty with me.
Do you know that they're both lesbian?
I knew both of them were.
You knew both of them
Yes,
were,
I
but
knew both of them
obviously
were.
they weren't. You didn't know.
I
at
didn't
the
know
time
they
were
well,
together.
I thought maybe, but I wasn't
Possibilities,
sure.
but you knew they were both lesbian.
Right.
Okay.
So then, and I'm obviously not interested. In no way am I interested at this point. I just want friends. Like, I just want girlfriends. That's all I care about. I guess I can rewind. Before any of this happened and before I even, like, really started hanging out with them, there was one time where I think on TikTok or Instagram, potentially, Elle was like, haha, you trying to be my sneaky link.
Ew.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. But I was like still trying to be friends with them because I love them, right?
Did you think that was a joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I started contemplating, was that even a joke? What happens is, okay, Taco Bell's so much fun. I get a little drunk. A gets a little drunk. Elle does not get drunk because Elle is driving. And
Sober driver.
when you come out of that parking lot,
Yup.
you cannot turn left there.
No, it's a whole bitch.
Anybody who has been to the Pacifica Taco Bell
Or just driving down.
or driving down that road.
I
But
would
if
want-
you have been to the Taco Bell in Pacifica that is on the beach and you are the driver, you know for a fact you cannot turn left out of that parking lot. Elle proceeds to make a left turn out of the Taco Bell parking lot. And so we immediately get pulled over.
Blurp.
We were like probably 20 yards out of Taco Bell. And Elle like, okay, the officer comes up, gets the information right. Elle's like looking for the registration, and I notice all these parking tickets, and I was like, what are all these? Like, they're not parking tickets, they're like stubs, parking stubs, because obviously Bay Area, you pay for parking everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing all these, and I believe they may have had Elle's name. No, there was something off about
That connected them.
Yes, I know. We were in A's vehicle, but Elle was driving it. And I just, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, because we're all friends, Elle's just being nice and driving. You know? But then all these parking tickets were Elle's parking tickets. And I was like, why do you have all these parking tickets? And Elle tries to tell me, oh, I asked A to hold them for me. And I was like, I started looking at them, and I was like, this is not adding up, you guys. We barely just get back on that highway. And he's like, I need to tell you something, Michelle. And then she tells me, Elle and I are roommates. And I was like, you guys are dating, huh?
Roommates.
Yeah. I was like, you guys are dating, huh? And they were both like, yeah.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
At this point, A and I have become like really close friends. And I learned a little bit later that Elle thought I was interested in A. And I was like, can we not just be friends? Like, are you serious?
I don't know if in that world if they...
Is that a thing?
I think it's like the similar...
I would have to understand that more because I don't get...
I think it's a similarity of guys being weird of us having guy friends. Some guys just can't. Especially when it's generally when they're doing something as well. She has the past of cheating, so she's always suspicious that someone else is cheating because she feels guilty. It's that whole game. Because she's trying to make herself feel better. So you probably were not the first person that she was like,
I
you
know,
want to be my sneaky link.
I'm sure I wasn't.
No.
I'm sure I wasn't. So anyways, so they finally tell me, and I was like, oh, okay, great. And then A was like, you can finally come spend the night at our apartment. Right. I am so happy because I'm like, finally I have like more friends, new friends. Like I'm excited about this. Bay Area friends.
So why do you think they were so scared to tell you? Because you were their manager?
I was there. Yeah. Oh, I mean, but
And
like,
then-
it's not just I was their manager. I had full power over that company.
Yeah.
The entire company.
Yeah.
And could fire somebody
Like
whenever I
without-
wanted
yeah.
or hire somebody whenever. I mean, like I had
At will.
complete control of that company, and
Yeah.
I think that really like scared some people. But but here's the thing, and I asked them this multiple times. I was like, did I ever give you a reason not to think that you could be honest with me? And they both said no.
Yeah.
But they must have both been burned in the past or something like that. I do know there was a previous manager there who was trying to get A out of there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So how long has she been there? How long
longer than me.
Really?
She's
Both
there
of
for a
them?
long time. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Damn.
And I think she's great. And I've reached out to her.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have reached out to her.
Oh.
I'll tell you exactly what I've said.
I didn't know you were going to.
Yeah.
I thought you were writing it off.
I said, I miss you. Can we catch up? And then I
Simple.
said, did you leave X workplace? If so, I may know of some graphic design work for you. And no response. Now, Elle doesn't respond to me either. Out of nowhere. And she used to...
You messaged L too?
Well, her and I used to send like TikToks back and forth to each other all the time, or like just like the random pokes, and like we would just do that all the time. Nothing.
Since the sneaky link comment?
No, that happened before we even became close friends.
Oh.
That was like way
Wait,
early
so was
on.
that ever talked about?
No,
Oh, that's so weird.
you heard it here first, folks. No,
That is such
but
a weird dynamic.
It was so.
How did you separate that?
I didn't think anything of it. I
No?
thought she was just being silly. I don't know.
Really?
I gave her the
Even in the back of your
benefit
head, you didn't make you be like,
No, it did,
okay,
but I gave her the benefit of the doubt.
okay. Did you
As I
know she
normally
had
do.
a past, but when she did that, When
I
she
started
said that?
finding everything out as the weeks
Later.
went on because A and I
Okay.
got super close.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I know everything about her.
Did that ever like make you want to tell her?
No, because I didn't think anything of it, and they were trying to work things out, so I didn't bother. And it meant nothing to me.
Yeah, because it would have hurt her at that point more.
because I know Elle didn't mean it. Number one, and at least I don't think Elle meant it. Number one,
I mean, but why would you say something like that?
You know,
And
now that I
not
look
mean
back
it.
on it, but like I didn't. It
At the
wasn't
time,
that serious. Like
yeah.
it wasn't. It didn't feel that serious. I was more
Yeah.
worried about being friends with A because that's all I really cared about.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I
Like
really cared. They
friendship,
came
love,
here.
blindness.
They drove out here. They came
Yeah.
to my house. They sat in this room with me. We
Oh.
shared meals together. I went to their apartment and cooked for them. They cooked for me. Like it was so nice. It was just like a really good, fun friendship. And like they even changed my oil on my
I remember seeing
Subaru.
pictures of that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, this is really something weird. And I don't know. Look, I don't know if she quit. I don't know if she got fired. I don't know. I had nothing to do with it. And so maybe she's salty about something. I have no clue. But she hasn't reached out to me as an adult human being to say one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I have learned to move on from friendships very quickly that are very clearly not genuine.
That's a hard thing to do.
Well, I've been conditioned. I've been conditioned. I did try recently reaching out just to see when I found out that she was probably not there working there anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, she hasn't responded.
Okay.
Still ghosted.
Yeah.
Not really sure why they don't follow me anymore because at some point I had blocked everybody that I worked with on socials because
Because of everything that's going on.
I was advised to.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, but we'll see what happens. I don't really care. I mean, like I really liked them. It was a very genuine friendship from my side of things, and
Yeah.
I was very, very supportive. But yeah, she just, I don't know.
It just ended.
Yeah.
But I'd like to touch on how you said you were conditioned. You were conditioned to,
I was
what was it, giving
conditioned-
up friendships?
I was
easily, or to stop?
I've been conditioned to getting ghosted, and it's your fault.
Whoopsies.
I mean, for the situation with you, I do know why, and it makes a lot of sense, and we touched on this in our last episode. But
Yeah.
for other people, so like A and L, I have no idea why. I've
People-
always been left wondering.
I think it's because, at least for me, I think it's because you don't want it to end, but you know that
It probably should.
it needs to end right now, but like you don't know how to end it, and you don't want to like disappoint that person,
Well,
and
I
like you
wasn't-
have so much love for that person, and it's like, but you guys are like just constantly hitting your heads, and that's not necessarily you and A and
No, it
L,
wasn't. It wasn't
but
at all,
it's
yeah.
I think on that end it was more so like things are just getting kind of weird, and that's
Yeah,
again
they
that
got
same
weird.
that same feeling of like things aren't jiving, things aren't what
Yeah.
they're supposed to be, so it's just
Yeah.
kind of like we're just gonna
Yeah, they got weird.
yeah.
They definitely got a little bit weird. Just the behaviors I
Or
started
I think
to see.
when people feel like they've done something wrong, like shame. I
they
think
recluse.
shame.
You did that.
Yeah, I do that. I do that.
You've done that every time you ghosted me as a friend. That's been what's
I think
happened.
shame is a huge player.
And insecurity.
Yeah, because that is like one of the biggest insecurities. Like that's one
Yeah.
of the biggest characters that I actually connected with on Inside Out was shame, anxiety,
Oh.
and of course the
Are you talking about
sadness.
embarrassment?
Oh, is it embarrassment?
Yeah, embarrassment, anxiety, and
Yeah,
sadness.
yeah.
I love that movie.
Those were the big ones.
Yeah, with you, it was always, I think you just didn't want to be open about what phase you were in your life, even though I already knew. what
I
you
think
were
in my
doing.
mind I thought I was like
You were not.
I'm not
sneaky.
protecting. Oh no.
You were not sneaky.
Well, I thought I was because I would just stop talking to everybody.
no, see,
The people would still talk. The people that I was hanging out with would still talk to
each
you and still talk to each other. So people would still find out. It's just
Yeah.
I wasn't telling anyone.
No.
And in my mind, I'm like, if I'm not telling anyone, if I'm not posting, nobody's gonna find out.
Yeah, no, that's not.
That's not right.
Also,
kids.
you had a pattern.
I did.
So
do.
I knew. The second time I
think
knew.
I've
The
cut
third
it.
time I knew. The fourth time I knew.
I hope I've cut it.
You better, because we got a podcast to do.
Cut that bitch. No, I'd like to say that I've grown up and I've seen the damage it can do to just cut friendships off and like
Well, the
grieving.
real
You know,
ones.
the real ones, yeah.
The real ones.
Yeah.
I mean, we've both had friendships that wasted our time. Hugely.
Yeah, I can't really remember them. I think that's on purpose.
Well, I have multiple.
I have a lot of. I'm a bad communicator with friends as well. Like I don't put enough effort in like replying and
You used to
communicating.
not.
No, I used to not.
You do
but
now.
it's just I'm better now. I would just get so overwhelmed with life and I wouldn't have enough left to like reply.
Yeah.
But like if I saw you and we hung out or
Yeah.
you call me, it'd be different.
Well,
but
that's
like
that's where I learned that I needed to just show up for you in that time.
yeah.
You know,
Some people just didn't get that. And
Right.
it's not their cross to bear.
But there were also people who just did you dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of one person who really, yeah.
Z?
No,
I mean, he's one of them,
I'm
but
not thinking of Z. I'm
who are you
thinking
thinking
of
of?
someone else.
Oh, S?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
you know.
yeah.
So
I mean, things definitely did not end well
no.
at any. But
And
she's
look,
come back.
we
She's come
ha-
back and she's apologized.
right, and we have this is 10 years ago, okay,
Yeah.
or 8 years or something like that. How long ago? 6 years ago? Something
Like
it's
5.
Bygones
4,
are bygones, but
4.
like still, the message is the same. That there have people that have really done you dirt. I mean, I think this person like locked you out of their house one time, and you called me, and you were drunk, and you were stranded. Like,
I was with a guy.
yeah, that you didn't know,
that I didn't know. Yeah.
but it was her guy.
It was my guy.
Oh, it was your.
Yeah, we were
okay.
like making because she didn't. We were supposed to go. We were at the 40.
Yeah.
We were supposed to both go home with somebody. She didn't end up. The guy didn't end up coming to her house, or he got weird and he left. And my
Or
guy
she
was
got
still
weird and
there.
kicked him out. Maybe, who knows?
Probably.
Yeah, that's usually.
And then she got weird about him coming in, and so I was fucked up. So I was like, let's just go sit on the balcony and like
she
make
locked you
out.
out.
And so like we did that, and then I went back to like get in, and I was locked out. I tried calling her. I tried knocking on the fucking window where she was, and she didn't answer shit.
That's insane.
I had to call my mom to come pick me up, and then I
Yeah.
had to Uber this motherfucker home with my mom's card because I lost my shit, or my shit was in her house. My shit was in her house. Everything was in
Oh,
her
I would've
house.
broke
I was
that
lucky
door
I had
down.
my phone, and I think my phone was like dying.
Dying.
Yeah. So that was the start of it, and then, I mean, she basically blamed. I don't want to like put all her stuff out here, but like she blamed a lot of stuff that wasn't my fault
On
me.
you, right?
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. It's
But
part of
people
the
who are going through stuff like she was going through do that.
Yeah.
But none of it really was your fault.
No.
You were just there.
Yeah, I was definitely not. I was definitely enabling at some points. You know, I do that. I can enable like 100% because I just want to be there for the person. But at some point, I realize that I'm enabling, and then it gets weird, and then the friendship gets weird, and then that's when it starts falling apart.
Yeah, and I think that's when your friendship pretty much ended for the biggest,
100%.
biggest part. Yeah. But
Which sucked because like she was one of my best friends.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we went through a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
We all went through a lot of
Oh
shit
yeah,
together.
I know.
And then, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and everyone grows up at a certain point. I realized what I had done to her. Hopefully she realized what she had done to me. Maybe, who knows? But I think more importantly, she realized what that did to you, and the words that she used to hurt you after that.
That was probably that.
What did she say? What did she
Man,
tell you?
dude. She used every insecurity I think I had ever
Against you.
told her
Yeah.
in our friendship against me.
Yeah.
And that was probably, I think that was the hardest part. And I was,
Why would
I think I
someone-
was just so shocked. Like I'm getting like vibration-y
Yeah.
just thinking about it. Like a lot of energy's coming through me right now,
Yeah.
just even thinking about it.
Like,
because
why
it's
would
just
she?
like,
Why would she do that?
she was going through a lot, dude.
It's not an excuse.
I mean, it's not, but you know, she
we're
was
all always going.
she
through a
was
lot.
I mean, she was heavily drinking. She was trying to drown out the loss of her brother
Yeah.
and trying to deal with that because it was just so like shockingly with how it happened. I mean, he had died from like an alcohol overdose, and I think maybe some type. I can't remember
Was
if
it
it was
fentanyl?
drugs
I think
or
it
if it
was-
was just alcohol. But
I think it was not just alcohol. I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it may have been
fentanyl?
H.
Oh, was it?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't
It doesn't matter.
I don't want to smear anything either.
No, and it doesn't matter, but
it doesn't. So she was going through a very
was
hard time
coping.
accepting and coping, and she was not dealing with it well. She had a really rough life. She had a really rough upbringing, and I just don't think she was ever taught how to cope with it correctly, and alcohol was her answer.
Yeah,
and I think that ran in the family as well. So it's like she didn't know anything else.
But none of that was your fault.
None of that was my fault. No.
But you definitely were the punching bag.
I was the punching bag, and I also, I didn't, help with it either.
You didn't try to fix.
Enabled.
Yeah.
But as soon as I figured it out, like, I stopped.
Well, yeah. You had to be locked out and told off. I mean, you have definitely cut me off in really bad ways before, like that. Not like that, and we've never had that.
No, we've never.
It's always just
gone
ghosting.
for each other's throats.
No,
and we may have said like a couple mean things.
Yeah.
In the heat of the moment,
yeah.
but it was never
like that.
No,
I would never do that. But also, I wasn't under the influence of anything. You know what I mean? Like, alcohol wasn't forcing me to be mean, or drugs weren't forcing me to be. I said what I said. But I've had people come into my life and leave my life, probably all for the good. I mean, at this point, some of the girls that I used to hang out with were not good people.
Man, there's like a whole part of your life that I forget about.
There's a whole part of my life that you weren't a part of.
I know. It's just like...
So if we're talking about previous friendships, there was a point in time where I was friends with people who were in a gang.
Oh, God, we're going that far. Damn.
And I didn't know this.
It's just like so oblivious to it. Like, oh yeah, they're just inside in the store. Just,
These are my friends and they protect
getting
me.
a little lick and no big deal. They're going to come running back out. I'm just the getaway driver.
I had no idea. So, yeah. I mean, so it started out that I was friends with this girl who I still keep in touch with from time to time. We still care about each other. Yeah. No, we don't hang out or anything.
Her life looked crazy for a minute.
It still is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hung out with this girl who, turned it out to get into some bad things, but we just had a good friendship. We were just there for each other and enjoyed each other's time, and we were just girls together doing our makeup and hair and whatever. Mm-hmm. So we started going out to these parties because I was, I think, a junior in high school at the time, and finally found my group of people that I was popular finally, and it was
which is so funny because it was popular at a different school because none of those people went to school with us.
Yeah,
but
really
when
weird.
you went to parties, you were popular. Everybody knew them.
Oh yeah,
everybody didn't fuck with them.
We were the two that her and I were
you don't fuck with them,
everybody,
or you got people on your back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
which is a good feeling. I know that feeling.
It was like a herd feeling. I had there was people backing us. There was finally people
you knew you could do anything and you'd be fine.
We'd be protected no matter what. We could be
you were top bitch everywhere you walked. I mean, let's put it out there.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I know, but it was.
It is.
And now I'm ugh.
It's a good feeling.
But yeah, so we were hanging out and we started being friends with, I guess, the wrong people. A lot of these people these men ended up in prison, still are there.
Kids from the other side of the tracks.
It's
true though.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I didn't know the entire time that I was actually friends with them. I did not know they were in a gang, and they were in a real gang because it stemmed from their fathers and their uncles.
Which is usually how it works.
Yeah, it was a real gang, and I had no idea. Here's little Michelle, just sneaky.
Well, they also didn't make it super, super, super known back then.
No,
people knew, but it was low key. You're doing the grunt work for the gang.
Yeah,
but you had no idea.
I had no idea.
No.
I just thought they were a family.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I fell into the wrong group, but I didn't fall into any of the activities. You know, I was just around. We went out to the parties.
May have been a getaway
and had
driver
fun.
every once in a while, but
one time I had found out later. One time that I was a getaway driver. It's really funny because I had gotten questioned by the police And they were so nice to me. They were just like, you get straight A's and you are graduating at the top of your class and you're going to college and you're working. What are you doing hanging out with these people? And I was like, I didn't know. They were just nice
they were
to
just
me.
friends, man.
They were just nice to me. And so the police were so, this is what I'm talking about when I say like I've had the best police officer experiences, because, you know, here I am, 17 years old, in a room being questioned by 3 different police officers and a detective.
Did they do that without your parents?
I agreed to. I think they agreed to it. I don't know. Someone agreed
Your
to it.
parents did?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because that.
So okay, so they just brought me in for questioning because I knew them, and eventually one of the officers was like, "Did you know you drove a getaway car?" And I was like, "What?" And they laughed at me, and they were like, "There's evidence of these boys stealing, and there's video footage of you driving away."
What
with
car?
them. It was my
Was it your-
Stratus, my Dodge Stratus.
I forgot about that.
So I was like,
Aw.
oh my God. They're like, yeah, like I said, they're like, you get straight A's, you're graduating at the top of your like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I have no idea. I had no idea. I'm not friends with them now, obviously. And I wasn't friends with them at the time of questioning.
You weren't?
No, not at the time.
Oh, wow.
Because it had been after everybody had gotten arrested.
Oh.
So yeah, so I
That's
didn't know.
crazy.
I didn't know I was friends with gang members. How fun! I've
That
had
is
some
a
wild
fun-
experiences, but I will tell you what. If I was ever put in an unsafe position, I would have been safe. That's the only thing I learned. But I did get to understand how like things work, because the police officers like gave me information about what was happening and like what I was around.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was blown away. It got so deep. Like there was like murder charges on one of their fathers. There's like drug charges left and right.
That's crazy.
Firearms. I mean, like I'm like,
You're in a whole criminal enterprise.
I just spent 6 months around these people. What?
My ex friendship that is probably most meaningful that I'm not close with, like we still talk every once in a while, is definitely H. That is probably one of the hardest friendships that was like
That's
that
not
I
a friendship
that
anymore.
I fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're
Did
friends, but it's nothing like it used to be.
I mean, your acquaintances.
yeah.
Did you mess that up?
Yeah.
How?
I messed that up bad.
How?
Because I mean it's very similar to you and our friendship, but it was during the whole Z time, and I wasn't putting our friendship first, and I wasn't communicating, and she was done with it. She was done giving me chances.
She just
And I get
gave you
it.
no more chances then.
Yeah.
Why would she not give you another chance after understanding what you went through with that?
Well, she did. We got like it was a long time, and again, it's the shame that plays a
That
big
makes
part in
sense.
this.
Yeah. So you
Like,
also
I
don't
feel
want to go.
horrible.
You don't want to go
Yeah,
back begging.
and then I realized how much I've missed, and we finally reconnected actually when she graduated from college, and we went to her graduation party, and
Oh.
I saw
Oh.
her mom, and it was like really great, and like she met Aaron, and
Oh.
yeah, and it was really nice, but like things just weren't the same, and I was like, it's always been the same. Like whenever we would have time apart, it would always we'd
normal.
immediately just like pick up where we left off.
But this time
And
was
this time
different.
it wasn't, and there was a lot more time in between, but it just felt different, and it kind of like freaked me out, and I kind of like
You were like, oh, this is not going back to the way it was.
yeah, and I think it made me really sad. I mean, I missed her fucking wedding. Her husband, I missed him proposing. I was supposed
Yeah.
to be there helping him
Yeah.
do the whole thing. I was
Yeah.
supposed to be there helping her plan her wedding, and I wasn't there for any of it. And it's like,
It's really sad.
it's really fucking
Yeah.
sad.
So, like, I mean, where are you now with her?
Oh god, I'm like getting sad.
Okay, take a breath. Take a breath. It's okay.
Um,
This makes for good content.
we're definitely not. I mean, we don't talk. It's sad.
Do you think if you started reaching out?
I think so. I think
Maybe-
it's just I feel a lot of shame.
That's okay. But also, it's not okay. Let me say it this way. We could all have regrets and shame about literally our entire lives. But if we let that control us, we're going to be unhappy forever. Like, if you continue to let that control you, all you have to lose is opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can choose to have shame and never reach out to her ever again. And then that just means you'll never, ever have a chance.
Everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
and that is the biggest philosophy that I believe in and will always believe in, because without that,
It's like,
how can you move on?
Well,
Or how
I don't
can you
think-
go on?
I don't think anything is a coincidence, right? Like, you know, whatever your faith is, right? Whether you believe in God or you're spiritual in whatever other way,
Yeah.
I don't think timing is ever a coincidence.
Yeah, we could